the biggest skincare product myths and wastes that you really need to know about. If you're new to my channel, I'm Lisa. I have been a holistic master esthetician with over 7 salons, helping hundreds of thousands of clients around the world have healthy, beautiful skin without needles, procedures, or pills. And the cool part is, a lot of them I've never even touched with a facial. I am 60 years old proudly. I have done nothing to my face. I wear absolutely no foundation, and I don't wear any concealer, and I don't filter these videos. The only makeup I have on my face is eyeliner and mascara, and there are days I think, why do I do that? I also am going to ask a lot in the future. Please like and subscribe. Please help the algorithm. I think in this world today, men and women, both men and women, but mostly women, are under this spotlight, this magnifying glass of you have to be perfect, you have to look young. My husband and I were watching a show the other day, and I thought she was this beautiful woman. She couldn't have been 30, but she looked so much more mature. Actually, I did look at her age. I looked her up. She was younger than I thought, but she looked so much older because when she turned towards the camera, her whole face was frozen. It was really astonishing to me that was all right for the producer. That was all right with the director, because I've actually had directors and producers tell me that they make many actors and actresses sign something now saying they will not touch their face. However, it's a personal decision, and there's still going to be people that it makes them feel better, and I respect and understand that. But I hope, learning from this channel, that you will stop hearing that constant chatter that you are no longer beautiful if you don't wear pounds of makeup and, sit here and draw on your face to make everything highlighted perfectly, that if you allow gray hair sparkle and don't dye your hair every 6 weeks or more, I was going every 3 weeks, that you are not attractive anymore and you look hideously old, and that God forbid you become over 50 because all the collagen's going to stop, you're no longer valuable, and you are not going to be beautiful ever again. I really want to help you to understand that your unique beauty is everything, and please stop erasing who you are for these ridiculous beauty standards. So what are the things that I think are a waste of money? And this hopefully won't be too long of a video. Tallow is a big one for me, and inevitably someone will comment below, and it's so funny. The tallow users want to argue with me. I do not understand why you would put any beef fat on your face. We don't know how the animal was treated. I will not use an animal product on my skin, or at all if I can help it. And I think that if you were to apply Crisco to your face, so if you're in one of my, in Europe or Australia, I'm thinking what would be comparative to Crisco? It would be like the fat that you use maybe if you bake or in cookies or to line a cake pan. Any fat like that is going to make your skin look soft and supple for a few hours. But if you're not taking care of your skin, that's not going to matter. All it did is helped for that moment. I'm amazed when I see them apply tallow or put tallow in sunscreens. To me, that is a burning factor that you wouldn't believe. And what I'm seeing is little deposits on the skin from clients that have come in and were using tallow. I just think it is a no-no. Again, we don't know how the animal was treated, what it ate, and anytime you'd put grease on your face, your skin will look shiny and it may look very hydrated, but it is doing nothing antioxidant-wise or to feed your skin. And so if you can, stop the tallow. Do a beautiful oil. The skin's an oil-loving organ. And when you apply oil to it and you massage, you create healthy skin cells and healthy skin. I did take notes that I would stick to it. Foundation and concealer, all of my peaches already know this. In my opinion, over what I have seen over the past 43 years, foundation and concealer is one of the #1 causes of acne, aging, and really unhealthy skin. It can have hormone disruptor ingredients. There is no clean foundation. Clean is a beauty industry marketing word, so just throw it aside. These lists that they talk about that show the foundations and it's healthy, lists are paid for. Bottom line, there's no scientific backing, and they do not sit down with our chemists and know how much of something we're using and if it has been naturally or holistically or chemically sourced. So foundation that's non-comedogenic, only one ingredient out of 10 needs to be non-comedogenic, which means blackhead forming. The other 9 may not be. And if you're not cleaning or on a great routine, it won't matter anyway. And all you're doing is covering up issues that if you would just trust me and give it time, you will be amazed what your skin will look like. Go look in the mirror right now. I think in the last video or the video after this, I say, look at your neck. If your neck is healthy and the skin on your face is not healthy, or it's feeling sick, or it's screaming at you with acne or redness, it's simply because you are doing something to your face you're not aware of. We all have normal skin. It's what we do to it daily, weekly, and monthly that changes it. And I will keep harping on that. That will really lead into tinted sunscreens and tinted moisturizers. Now, there is one sunscreen that I have loved. I choose to use Malin & Goats. That's a whole different sunscreen. It's a whole different video. But there is one by another company that I do like, and they do have a natural zinc oxide in it. However, or titanium dioxide, which would be a natural color. When you add color to your sunscreen, you are affecting the SPF, you are affecting the quality of the product. You're really poisoning it. So you're bringing that sun protection factor way down, and you're bringing the pollutants way up. Okay, so that's the first thing. To me, it is like foundation. So that I already went over all of that. When you add sunscreen and moisturizer together, they should be 2 completely separate things. Your moisturizer should feed your skin. It should be an antioxidant that heals your skin, that penetrates your skin. Most products sit on top. That's why I developed Peaches. I'm very proud of it. This is not a Peaches commercial, but there is so much to be said for healthy food for your skin, skincare. And so when you add sunscreen to a moisturizer, you're polluting that moisturizer and all of the benefits. And again, you are bringing that SPF down because you have just essentially diluted it. So I don't like when you add all those together. Keep your products separate. A great sunscreen, a great moisturizer, and just ditch the foundation and concealer and let your skin heal. You know, you want some color, pinch your cheeks. You want to massage your face. And if you're a fair girl or guy, that's beautiful. If you're one of my dark girl or guys, that's beautiful. Love the skin you're in. And remember that attitude is everything. One thing, I don't think, this isn't really a product as much as I'm just seeing so much of it. I'm going to name 2 things. These really deep plane facelifts. Please understand how much makeup these people have on when you're looking at a picture and the filters that are used. This is not to be cruel or mean in any way. It is a person's choice what makes them feel good. However, so many of you are reaching out saying, Lisa, I think I should do it. Oh, I just feel so old. And then I send you a before and after of someone who just took care of their skin and did facial yoga, and you have a sigh of relief. I can hear it from all around the world because you're finally realizing that those pictures are not real. If you saw many of these women, they're not showing men doing it because God forbid a man can age, a woman can't. You would be amazed at the cuts, the marks, all of it. You would really be quite shocked. And that is not to make anyone feel bad. Even if you've done that, I can help you to get rid of those marks, those scars. But stop. Love who you are and love the beauty and gift of aging. And lastly, microneedling. Your skin was not meant to have needles poked into it. If you're seeing a dermatologist or a cosmetic surgeon recommend it, well, that makes sense. They use needles, procedures, or pills. If you can find a holistic doctor, that is amazing. That's everything. Someone who truly believes in just taking care of yourself. Diet. Exercise is the most important thing you can do. Go for a walk. What you put in your body is so important. Really try to understand that, and you will be amazed at how being on an excellent skincare routine, being consistent, being diligent, honoring yourself, loving yourself will give you a result that will amaze you. And you do not need to have micro needling marks. We will actually see little strips of lines where people have done laser, micro needling, had their skin pulled from having a facelift. These are things, trust me, you do not want. And why change who you are? In closing, I heard Julia Roberts say recently, I want to see me as I age. I don't want to see someone else. And my husband was going through family photos. We've been married. It'll be 40 years this year. And we have been sharing them with our children. I'm sure all of you have a family chat or a family, where you're on the phone together. And wow, you look back and you go, I didn't think I was very attractive. I thought I was heavy. I thought I was this. And you're like, I was pretty fabulous. But the beauty of it is my children saying, Mama, you still look like you. And that was everything. I hope I've encouraged you. Ask me anything with love and kindness below, and I am here for you. And I hope I've encouraged you to uncover your true confidence.